Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 366. We are here reviewing the newest episode of the anime and the newest chapter of the manga for the series. First up is episode number 1100 and, if I get the thing, I think it's 1118, correct? Okay. Yeah, 1119, along with the newest chapter of the manga. This is episode of the entirety of chapter 1085. Yes. Oh, and I can confirm that the chapter 1025 is in fact the final chapter of the arc. Yep. And this chapter I'm going to review in a bit. This is sort of a brand new story arc. Yep. So this episode picks up where at the end of the episode where previous episode where Emu shows up and talks to Cobra. Emu in the anime has appeared a few times, but has never spoken a word. This episode is the first time Emu has ever spoken the entire series. Where a little bit changed dialogue here per se, where Emu tells him that, well, the whole thing with the Queen Lily, he doesn't want to reveal it. Apparently, they know gender reveal of Emu, where apparently there's a blunder, and Emu blames Lily for the release of the poneglyphs across the world, and reveals the secret behind the letter D when it comes to names. D is the one who opposes them. Of course, this person will not answer who he is. Though I believe this person does confirm that this is not Queen Lily. This is a complete different person. And then, of course, he reveals to Emu the full name of Queen Lily. Nefertiti D. Lily. Which that's when Emu decides to bring a devil's tail and stab King Cobra. And Sabo witnessing this. And then he sees Emu, which makes him the second person who is not the five elders to see this person. And he's like, how did you get in here? And then we see Emu transform, where we see like big hands like crawling, and we see like the elders basically transform too. We don't see what these forms look like just yet. This actually is teased for something later, which I do appreciate the anime expanding upon this. And then, of course, there's that famous shot in paper where he's blamed for King Cobra's death, despite the fact he didn't actually kill him, because Emu did it. And the only reason why the five elders won't admit who the real murderer is, because they didn't want to admit basically Emu exists. Because they're the only ones who's supposed to know Emu's existence. Not Cobra, and definitely not Sabo. And of course, oh yeah, you're Luffy's brother. And it's like, how you know Luffy? Oh, you saved my life once. Tries to use some fire to block him, and then of course basically it's like, oh no, I did not know hell was on top of the world. Representing the fact that basically the elders are all demons, including Emu, probably being Satan himself. Who knows? He runs. Of course, he has to drop. He has to set down. He gets stabbed by Emu's tail. So King Cobra blocks him. By the way, there's a really cool scene before this where you have the elders take out four of them take out the pistols, and one who's a swordsman take out a sword. Now, this was added into the anime. This was not in the original one. It just basically added stuff here which makes things so intense. And tells them basically about Luffy's connection to Lily, and he proceeds to run out. Though you can see present he does have his hat, but apparently he did bring his pipe with him. And then we see a small opening in the wall in that room, where apparently they're like, who's there? and it's Warple, the king of the Black Jump Kingdom, and he proceeds to run away as fast as he can, running through busting some walls. And then we cut to Vivi talking to CP0, which the members are here. Now, prior to their appearance in these episodes, some of these people are supposed to be like either arrested or just gone. Because we got Califa, who I just talked about her in the remix chapter. Bluto, the zipper guy mouth. The guy with the crazy hair who Chopper fought. Yeah, like some people. Everybody goes, oh yeah, these reveals will happen with Shiroshi. And then they hear boom, boom. Like, what the heck is that? It's Warple coming through the walls. So Vivi used the time to sort of stop being tied to a chair, to hop into Warple's mouth, using his teeth to basically free her, and just have him take her where she needs to go. And the episode ends a bit of a comedy note where his wife sees Vivi in his mouth and thinking her eloping. End of the episode. Great episode. Love it. And I think that next week we'll officially wrap up this flashback. Oh, by the way, they even have this brief thing with the referee. Let's discuss Mariam's and Jeanette, and we see that King Cobra and Warple basically just passing stuff. It's a great addition to the anime. I gotta admit that. But damn good episode. Loved it. Can't wait for the next episode here next week. Alright, next up is the brand new chapter of the manga known as Settling the Score. The cover image is Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage Volume 14. Girls from the soba shop and Kuri have gone missing. Yep. I think it's one of the girls from the shop. I think this was, if I remember correctly, I think this is the same shop where Kinemon's wife runs. Now, like I mentioned before, now, I can't confirm this, that the previous chapter that was released, chapter without 1125, was indeed the final chapter of the arc of the manga. Which means the anime has 40 chapters left to adapt for the whole arc. So there's a strong possibility we might get 40 more episodes left to go for this particular arc, and then move on to this, whatever this arc is. Probably by this point, maybe next year might get this one. Who knows? Excuse me. AK went on for 2 years compared to Wano, which went on for, if you're curious, Wano went on for a long time. In the anime, this went on for 5 freaking years. So we see that the giants he met during the saga where they met Frankie, they apparently went to the little garden to go see the chiefs, and apparently they went back to get more weapons. So they continue fighting over the fish, and of course everybody's celebrating. Everyone's like, oh, you're all drunk. Yep. Have a good time. Yep. And we see, looks like we have, looks like Bonnie sitting on Kuma's lap, because Bonnie's returned to be a 12-year-old girl now. Alright, and then we cut to a month before, where this island, which Barto took in a cover story, yes, a cover story, and his crew being defeated by Shanks, which makes the second crew post Egghead, post Wano, who've been defeated by Shanks. First being the Kid Pirates, now it's the Barter Club. So it's like he apologized, he didn't know what he was doing. He was ignorant. Yeah, and the fact that Luffy he mentions to the Shanks that Luffy had nothing to do with this. He did this all on his own. And he drinks cigars poison. Nope, he's fine. And he's able to go on a ship, no problem. And then we see Wysup, Usopp's father shoot the ship exploding. I know what happened to the ship. And then we see that Blackbeard's come out to the island, his island, Fulin, where he basically tells the island itself like what happened. Of course, does mention that, well, Gega Morius escaped. Yep. He mentioned that Mara got away. The fact that they're trying to put the island back together. And of course, all the pirates are happy to see him. And then we see that, oh yeah, Garp is alive and he's in chains. And Kuz is up beside himself. And of course, everybody's happy to see him. And then apparently we see Charlotte Pudding being held near Blackbeard's, like, use her ability. I mean, the way the scene is drawn here, like, for some people might interpret that maybe Blackbeard is going to rape her. Based on the dialogue, no, he has no plans to rape her at all. You would think that based upon this artwork, that, oh, he bring her close, maybe he's going to rape her. No, he's not. The dialogue does not mention he's going to rape her at all. Oh, the thing about Oda is he's never picking of his characters as people who wanted to rape women. Never. I know this because I read every single chapter of the manga. So, you might think that based on the arc, but nope, not really. He just wanted to use her ability. That's it. And then we see that apparently that the Utma Shipping Company, one of the Black Pirates is undercover there. Mentioned about the whole thing about the war almost being starved because of the revolutionaries. Possibly they might not know where they are. And then of course Devon has come back and if I can't be picked wanted to pick up again. All because they got Cobra on board. And then we cut back to the giant ship where apparently Luffy and the Sunny have disappeared. And they don't know exactly where they are. And then we see Nami wake up, possibly with Luffy, and she's wearing this weird outfit with a sword. And she is in this weird room where it looks like the floor is covered in Legos. Yeah, and she's wearing this weird outfit too. Like, what is up with this? Yeah, it's a very weird ending because you got drunk. So, I hope they explain what the heck this is because this is so bizarre of an ending. I mean, overall, it's a great chapter, but what is up with this ending? It's like, so, it's implying that Luffy and Nami got kidnapped by somebody, possibly, or they ended up in this weird place where it looks like everything is made of toys. Now, who could this be? Don't know. I know it's not the Ghost Girl. She has nothing to do with this at all. Who this could be is a big question mark, because you can tell by the previous arc that they're on the way to the Elbath. Maybe this is like a stopgap before they get the Elbath, because that's the place they've always wanted to go to. But the outfit Nami's wearing reminds me a little bit of the outfit she wore during Wano toward the very end, where she was disguised as one of the Animal Kingdom pirates. Yep. That's a good chapter. I'm hoping the person who runs this place doesn't think that Nami and Luffy are a couple, because they're not. Luffy has no interest in Nami that way. She sees her as big sister, does not see her as a love interest. I mean, one thing I would like to see here is maybe Boa Hancock show up. But who knows? We'll find out next week. Okay? So yeah, that's it, particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, do this like button. It's at 12 o'clock. I'm talking very low right now because the people sleeping in their room, so I better not talk very loud. So I will see you later for my reviews for My Hero Academia, Fairy Tail, Case Closed, and some Super Sentai. Okay, next view. Bye.